G'day guys, how's it going? Alright, it's Tuesday night, it's bloody cold here in the friggin' man cave. And I thought I'd do a quick video on a pineapple. Alright, it's not a bloody pineapple, it's a FunnelWeb Filter. It's for the DR650. I just picked it up online. It was $24.95. You can pick them up from Vince Strand Motorcycles, MX Store, mxstore.com.au online, even on eBay they sell them. In comparison to the stock one, they're a cheap option. Now, I had a bit of a look around on the forums and all that kind of stuff, and they seem to, everybody talks about them being expensive, and I think that's to do with other models, where the FunnelWeb has this particular thing where they have a urethane, instead of this foam, this is all foam. For some of the other modelled motorcycles, they have a polyurethane shell or whatever it is here, which is really good for holding the form of it. But with the DR, it's pretty much bloody a simple thing. So the prices are, in actual fact, they're cheaper than what the OEM Suzuki one is. So the whole idea of this, let's come down here. We're going to rip out the bloody the stock one, we'll stick them over on the bench, and then we'll do a bit of a bloody comparison between the two and why it's shaped all funny, all like that. Alright, cool. Alright guys, so the reason why I'm why I've got that filter now is the DR650, good old Max, he's now done 15,000 kilometres, and just before I did that that ride with Alistair out at, where was it, bloody Whipperfell National Park, bloody opened the filter up just to check out how it was bloody looking, and Jesus Christ, I was really surprised at how shitty it was bloody looking. I've changed it, within that 15,000 I've cleaned it bloody plenty of times, and I think it's just getting near the end of its bloody lifespan. I don't know what you should get out of a filter, and I mean it all depends on bloody where you're riding and all that kind of stuff. So obviously if you're in more riding in a lot of dusty places, whoops, there goes all me nuts, you're gonna bloody have to change it more often. Changing the air cleaner is quite a bloody simple job. Basically, it's that side panel as you just saw. Take out the four nuts out of here. You've got that nut there. I'm saying a nut, I know they're bloody bolts. And then I'll show you a bit of a close up. So that's the filter in there, and then that just comes up straight out like that. And that's it. For some of you guys that maybe don't do your servicing on your motorbikes, or thinking that you might want to do it or whatever, how I do it, I'm no bloody expert, as you guys know. All I do is just pull that out, just clean that up with some Kero or whatever cleaner you've got. This I'll actually put in a Ziploc bag with some Kero and just swish it around, empty the contents of that out, and then I'll do it a second time. One thing they say is don't wring your thing out. Basically all I do is just squish that out, getting rid of all the Kero. If you're in a hurry, and I've done it before, I use a hairdryer to try and dry it up, but you've got to be careful. Don't use anything that's going to start bloody stuffing with the glue or anything, because you don't want any of these seams coming apart, because if there's a small hole or a section where the air can get through, it's going to go through the least resistance, and then it gets into that the mesh area there, and then into the motor, which is the whole purpose of having a filter. So I do that, and then in the box, because in the box gets all bloody dusty as well, I'll wipe that out, but I always make sure I put in on that the mesh area, I'll put a rag in there, because as you're cleaning it up, that bloody dust and crap can get into where the mesh is, and that's behind that, so you don't want that, because basically if it gets in there, when you start her up, she's going to shoot straight into the motor. I mean, that's just getting all finicky, but you try and do the bloody right thing, don't you? Alright, let's go back up to the bench and check these out. Alright guys, so here's the two. That's the stock Suzuki OEM bloody filter, and that's your FunnelWeb. You can see they're pretty much the same. This one looks bigger than that one, but I think it's just because it's getting all bloody, it's all worn, and as you can see, it's starting to get all crappy there and whatever. So that's a good sign of bloody having to get a new one. And it's looking a bit, it's just getting all discoloured. When I wash it, it's still got all that brown stuff on it. So yeah, it's at its bloody day. And when you have this in here, yeah, you can just see it's most probably, yeah, I don't know, talking out my ass. So this should just fit straight in there. That's nice and bloody snug. Beautiful. Alright, so what's the bloody difference between the FunnelWeb and your standard one? Well, it's basically all these little, well, call them pyramids. Basically what it's doing is the surface area on that one is being doubled because of all this stuff. So the idea is that you're not going to have to change your filter as often with this. This will take a lot more dirt than the other one. Basically that's it. So I thought, why not? I'll bloody give it a shot. Hey, it's pretty cool too. The filter comes with a bag. So whether you use that, you can use that bag for bloody cleaning, or keep it, and for cleaning it when it gets bloody dirty. Or if you use, and I'll just show you, if you use a filter oil, basically just pour that bloody in there, seal her up, and then just mash it all up until the oil gets distributed through the filter. What I use, or what I prefer to use, is it's a spray-on bloody filter oil. They're both bloody Maxima. Oh, I've got Maxima all over the bloody joint around here. Yeah, so I was pretty wrapped actually. Look at that, I get a bloody sticker. So I put a sticker over there. Let's do it. Alright guys, I was trying to work out where to bloody put the sticker on the map, and I thought, well shit, it's a FunnelWeb filter, and obviously FunnelWeb spider, which is obviously one of the deadliest bloody spiders in the world, and of course it comes from Australia because we have all the bloody crazy ass critters around here. But it actually only lives around the Sydney, because it's the Sydney FunnelWeb bloody spider. So I've got to put him over here, but I've got bloody too much shit here. So he's just got to go close to Sydney. Oh, there he goes. Whack him on there. So yeah, the FunnelWeb spider, you don't find it everywhere in Australia. It's only in a concentrated area around bloody Sydney. Nasty little buggers. Alright guys, so now I've got to bloody oil this filter up. The object of the game is to not put too much on it, but also not put don't put too little on it. I like this spray stuff because it changes the colour. Kind of like know where you're getting stuff on it. And it's crazy too, it always does it. Well, even in the bloody, in summer, it gets all icy. It's so cold coming out. And obviously you've got to do it everywhere. Yeah, it's so cold and just like, it's like ice. So my body heat will just start warming that up. Might go near the bloody fire and just, oh, that's really cold as. Alright, so I'm just going to fully cover that. I'll come back to you. Alright guys, so I reckon I've bloody got the job done. So it's not a pineapple anymore. Everything's all covered in there. It's not saturated with the oil. And I don't know if you can see this. Beautiful sticky stuff, because that's what all the dust is bloody going to go on. Alright, we'll whack it back in. Alright, try and get this little bloody sucker in there. Got to try and make sure you can feel that it locks on. Oh, cool. Alright, well that was a little bit interesting. That was actually a little bit harder because it had all these bloody doodads. It wasn't as clear to see or feel where to put all the bits and pieces. But you've just got to move and you put your hand, obviously I'm not going to do it now because I haven't got my gloves on, but you can feel around and just make sure that it's got a seal all the way around, that you haven't kinked something up. And then when you're putting that piece in there, you know, make sure you move it so that you can know that that's slotted in and then into there. So I'll just throw a screw in there, pack all that back up, and that should be a bloody a job done. Well, there you go, guys. That was the FunnelWeb filter for the DR650. I just wanted to try something bloody new. It's not like I was trying to extend the life of having to try and cleaning the filter. I just thought, yeah, something different. Why not give it a bloody shot? You know, I'm always, when it comes to any of the motorbikes, I always change the oil and the filter, the air filters, make sure they're clean. I do it more than what the service manual, because they're a lot bloody cheaper to change or replace than an engine, I suppose. But anyway, I'm rambling like I normally do. Alright guys, I think I'll catch you next Tuesday. Keep on riding.